Alma Woodsey Thomas was an African-American artist and teacher who lived and worked in Washington, D.C. She is now recognized as a major American painter of the 20th century. Thomas is best known for the exuberant, colorful, abstract painting that she created after her retirement from a 35-year teaching career at Washington's Shaw Junior High. She achieved success as an African-American female artist despite the segregation and prejudice of her time. Before we officially start this project, we need to get a little bit of background vocabulary on this shape, the circle. A circle is made by a connecting arch that travels around one single point, the same distance all the way around. So if I measured from the center of my circle to any point on the circle, it's going to be the same distance. And that segment is called a radius. The arcs that connect the points around the circle are called the circumference. If I measure all the way across from one point through the center to a point on the other side of my circle, that line is called the diameter. It's basically 2 times the radius. In art, we use a tool called a compass to be able to draw circles as perfectly as we're going to get them with our free hands. We use this sharp point to kind of mark the center of our circle and insert our drawing tool onto this other side. That drawing tool is going to then spin around the center point at whatever measurement we set our compass to. You can open it up wide or close it down tight. The wider you open it, the bigger your circle. You want to set it up so that your pointy end of your compass is standing straight up, and you want to push your pencil through so that the tip of your pencil is barely touching the paper. Once it's positioned correctly, you can lock it in, and keeping that center point in place, turn that pencil around to connect those points of the circle all the way around your center point. The measurement that you set the compass to is determining the radius of your circle. So if you open it up wide, that point from the center point, or that sharp part of your compass, out to your drawing tool is going to be wider. If your radius is wider, your diameter is going to be wider, and the circumference around your circle is going to be bigger. I made a circle that didn't quite even fit on my paper. Now, if you want a fancy bonus words, all of the circles I'm drawing on this paper are sharing a center. I'm keeping that point of my compass in the same spot, no matter what size circle I draw. That means I am creating circles that share a center, and a fancy word for that is concentric circles. Now I'm adjusting my drawing tool to be able to draw a pencil with a very, very small radius. For our Alma Thomas project, you are going to get a square sheet of paper, a pencil, and a compass to start with. We are creating a quarter circle in the corner of our paper. To do this, you want to set your compass to 3 inches. We want the radius of our circle to be 3 inches. You are going to take the point of your compass and line it up in the very corner of your paper. Once everything is adjusted, you are going to turn that compass around, get that pencil to make the mark of your quarter circle kind of tucked up in there in the corner. This is going to be just a starting point for our Alma Thomas inspired painting. Once we've got that quarter circle drawn, then we're going to move on to watercolor paint. Alma Thomas typically painted her large-scale paintings in acrylic, but did a lot of practice or planning paintings using watercolor. You're going to choose one color to fill in that quarter circle. That is the only thing that you will be painting in all the way in this entire painting. After that, you are going to be using the color swatches, the dots and dashes inspired by the shapes and textures in Alma Thomas's creations. Now for this first example, I am going in rainbow order. I am using a variety of dashes. I am using the wide edge of my brush to make these rectangular dashes. I am using the skinny edge of my brush to make those skinny dashes. I'm going to do about 2 or 3 rows per color. Like I said, on this one, I'm going in rainbow order, starting with red, going to orange, yellow, then green, blue, indigo, and violet. Nice and slow and steady until I fill up my whole paper. Now that that first example is finished, let's take a look at another way that you could paint this piece. Everybody, no matter how you're doing it, no matter what colors you're using, is going to start by filling in that quarter circle in the corner. Then I'm going to stripe this one with complementary colors next to each other. And I am also going to kind of challenge myself to use really tiny dashes, seeing how close I can get those colors, how much I can get this paper filled up actually using those dashes, alternating from tiny to large in the different colors that I'm using. Like I said, this is kind of how you can get creative with this piece, make it your own, kind of paying attention to the different effects that the different kinds of dashes have on your piece as a whole, how the colors interact with each other. How would it be different if you used a lot of one color and just a little of others? These are the choices that you get to make as an artist.